Hi guys, it's Carolyn with Crafting with Wine, and I am going to share, because I've had a few requests on how I download my cut files and then bring them into Cricut Design Space, and then how I put those cut files together for sizing. So I'm on Marjorie Ann Designs website. I actually have two files put into my cart right now, and you're seeing my cart. I've got the Christmas Village reindeer rides, and then I got a Cocoa Cutie snowman file. So I'm just, the Christmas Village reindeer rides is $2.28, and the little Cocoa Cutie snowman is 35 cents. So I'm going to check out. And I'm going to use PayPal. I'm going to confirm my order. Okay, now when I scroll back down, you can see my download to files is right here, and I've got the Christmas Village and the Cocoa Cutie snowman. Now what I'm going to do is click on the Christmas Village reindeer. You can see that I got another window that popped up. I'm going to click Save. And then down here on the bottom, I'm going to tell it to open when it's done. And I only know how to do this on a PC. I do not know how to do it on Macs. Now I'm going to click on Extract All. Now I'm going to choose Browse, because I do this so I know exactly where my file is and where I want it to be. And I'm going to click my desktop. Then I'm going to go down to my Seagate portable drive, because that's where I put all of that. And I'm going to scroll down here to my Marjorie Ann Designs file that I have. And now I'm going to click Select Folder. And then I'm going to hit Extract. So it's going to put that entire folder within my portable drive into the Marjorie Ann Design file. That way when I want it, I'm going to use it, I know exactly where it is. Now I'm just going to close out of all of those, and then I'm going to come down and do the same thing with the Cocoa Cutie snowman. I want to hit Save. What it's doing is coming in as a zipped file, and what I'm doing is unzipping that file. I'm going to hit Browse again. I'm right here, it tells me I'm in my Seagate drive and I'm in the Marjorie Ann Designs file. So I'm going to click Select Folder, and now I'm going to extract it, which means I'm unzipping the file so that I can use it. Now it's done, and it's done. And now I'm just going to close out of Marjorie Ann Designs, and I'll go straight into my Cricut Design Space that I've already logged into. Now what I'm going to do, I'm on my blank canvas here. I'm going to come down here to the left, and the very last icon is Upload, and that's what I'm going to choose. Now I'm going to go here to Upload Image. I'm going to browse. And I am going to go down here until I find my Seagate. I'm going to choose it. I'm going to go here to where I find my Marjorie Ann Designs file. And now I am going to bring in the Cocoa Cutie snowman. Cocoa Cutie snowman, which is right there. Now you see it comes over as clip art, JPEG, MTC, Ping, and SVG. Clip art, if you clicked on it, it's going to open up to the picture, and that's how you would do print and cut. I don't want that, so I'm going to back out of that. I'm going to go into the SVG. I'm going to click on it and then click open. Now you see here it came through with everything for this cut file to put it together. And obviously this is how it's going to cut, but we don't know how to size it because it's not together. And I'm just going to put, I'm going to add another tag. A Cocoa Snowman is what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to choose Save. Now here it is. I've uploaded it. I'm going to select it. I know it's selected because it has a green ring around it. And I'm going to go Insert Image. And it's coming in large, which is no problem. And down here at the bottom of your screen, you can zoom in and out on your page. Right now mine's set at 100%. I'm just going to zoom it out to 75% because it's going to make it a little easier to work with. You see there's lots of images when you look to the right hand side of my screen here that are going to cut. I mean lots, a whole lot. So right now I've got it all selected. I'm going to click Ungroup. Okay, now the first thing that I know is that this cup, this is the cup, this is the handle to my cup, so I'm just going to move it right into place, and this is going to be the cocoa, or the rim of the cup, or the back side of it is what I should say, and that is the cocoa that is inside the cup. And this is the saucer to my little cocoa. Now what I'm going to do is just draw a ring around those things that make up my cup, and you can see they're all selected. And I know that they're all selected because I see them on the right hand side. They're the ones that are highlighted. Now I'm going to hit Group. That's because I know I've got it all put together the way I want it right now, and I can move it around to the way I want to move it around. Now I'm going to come over, I'm going to select these two circles or ovals and group those together. Now I know that's going to be the saucer to my cup, and it's in the front, so I'm going to go up and arrange on the top of my screen here. I'm going to choose Arrange, and I'm going to put Send to the Back is what I'm going to choose, and that's what I wanted. Now I'm going to put this into place to where I think it looks nice at this point, and it doesn't have to be perfect right now. And then I selected it all and I have grouped it back together. Now the next thing that I want to do is start working on my little snowman here, but I forget how he looks. So what I'm going to do is go back over to Upload for a second, and I'm going to choose Upload Image. And because I just bought this, I don't have a picture. I actually keep a binder full of all of my images so that I can go in and find them and look at them without doing this. So this is just an added step. I'm just going to hit Complex because I pulled over the JPEG file. I'm going to hit Continue, and I've got to zoom way out, and I'm going to click all of the white spaces that aren't supposed to cut. Because I want that little checkered background. And now I'm just going to hit continue. Now I'm going to bring it in as the print and cut. I'm going to hit save. I just want to use this. And if you do like I do, where you have printouts of all of your images, then this is an added step. And if you don't, then you'll need to do this step so you can see it. Again, it brought it over very large, and I'm just going to go up here to the size, and I am just going to change this to a much more manageable size for me to see. Okay, so now it's changed. So now I know where everything else is going to go and how I'm going to put it together at this point. Now I'm going to bring down my little holly leaves. And these are the little holly berries. For some reason, only 2 came over, and there should be 3. So I'm just going to click on one, and I'm going to hit duplicate, which is no big deal. Put it together. I'm going to draw a box around it. I'm going to hit group. Now I'm going to place this over here on my little cup and saucer where it's supposed to go. Now I'm going to look at Happy Holidays here, and it is still all together, so that's good. That's what I was a little worried about. But it's in the back because I worked on the cup first. So now I still have it selected. I'm going to come up and hit arrange and send to the front. So now it brings my words right up to the front, right where I wanted them. Now I've got these 2 little stars. I'm going to draw a box around those. I'm going to go ahead and arrange those to the front. So they're going to come over to the front automatically for me now. And I'm going to put these right in here, because that's where those are going to go. Now these little white stars are the little white marshmallows that are on in my cocoa. I'm going to hit group. I drew a box around them. I'm going to hit group. And at this point, I'm just going, it doesn't matter about these at this point. They're going to go in here and they're going to cut individually. So I'm able to place them wherever I want to place them once they cut. So I'm going to put them right there because that's where they go. Now, let's start putting the snowman together. And my little snowman, this is his little body. This is his little head. And it's going to come right here, like so. Now, his little eyes and carrot nose, I'm going to draw a box around those and group them together, and then immediately put them on my little snowman's face. And this is where you draw in his mouth and his little rosy cheeks if you choose to do so. Now, this big green circle here is the top of his earmuffs. So I'm going to put it right here. While it's still selected, I'm going to hit choose arrange and send to the back. So I should only see now a small portion of that. Now these are the muffs, the ear muffs to his headband, and I want to arrange those to the front, and that's what I'm going to do. Now I got to do the same thing for this one and arrange to the front. Now I'm going to put his scarf on here because it's going to go there. and like so. Now these are his little arms. I'm going to put one right there, and I'm going to arrange it to the back, or I'm sorry, I clicked front and I wanted back. I was saying back. And then I'm going to do this one the exact same way and send to the back. Now these are his little hands that are coming over the cup, so I'm going to leave those right there for just a moment, and I'm going to draw a box around my little snowman and group him together. Now he's going to go here, but I need him behind my cup, so I'm going to arrange him and send him to the back like so. Now here's my first little hand. I'm going to send it to the front because it's going to go here, like he's holding on and peeking over the cocoa cup, and I'm going to do the same thing to this little one. So it's going to go right like so. Now this I don't need anymore, so I'm going to delete it. Now this, I'm going to draw a box around all of it, and I'm going to group it together. So now it's all grouped together, and now I can determine what size that I want it. Now the Happy Holidays on this came over red and not green, and I really liked it in the green. So what I'm going to do is click over on Color Sync. All the colors for the different images are going to pop up at this point. And here in the red section, I can see my Happy Holidays. I'm just going to grab a hold of it, and I'm going to move it down to the green section. And now my Happy Holidays changed color, and I've got it all the same color now. So I've got the Happy Holidays, and the little muffs for his ear covers are the same color, and then the holly leaves and the band on his ear muffs are the same color. So I'm going to go back over and hit layers. And now I have, at this point, my snowman is going to cut at 6.27 inches wide by 7.14 inches high. I most likely would not cut him that big, depending on what type of scrapbook layout that I'm going to put him on. And I would use these arrow keys then to determine the size that I was going to make my little snowman. Now my screen is still out at 75%, so what I'm going to do is put it back in at 100%, and you'll see how big that really looks. And that's probably the size that I would cut this particular image for a layout that I was going to do, which is 4.53 by 5.16. So I hope this answers a lot of questions for you guys that ask these questions. But that's how I do it. It doesn't need to look perfect in the picture, but it needs to be, I lost my word. You need to be able to see it and how big it's really going to be, because at this point my cup and saucer are the biggest images that I'm putting together, and they're the ones that matter the most for being symmetrical. That's the word I was looking for. So I hope this helps, and thanks for hanging in there with me, and I really appreciate it. We'll talk again real soon. Cheers.